You will also need to set up a professional Gmail account. If you already have a Gmail account, that is fine, but I would not suggest using one that you've used in the past for any other kind of spamish emails. You need something that you would be willing to put on your resume when you go out to get a job. So that's usually some form of your name without numbers behind it. You can make it whatever you want. Just make sure it's professional, and that if I sent that name to, say, Ardeen, he wouldn't look at it and go, oh my goodness. So you will also need an active live text account. The field experience module, they've pulled in to the full account, but we'll go over that when it is time. Now, this is a fun thing I'm added for this year. I'm not requiring it, but you are highly encouraged to purchase a Merge VR Cube and Merge VR goggles, virtual reality. I included a link here where you can go to the Merge site and click on it. You can purchase directly from Merge, or you can purchase from anywhere. So it's a hologram cube. It's super fun. We're going to get into playing with this and possibly designing stuff through it this quarter, because it can definitely augment your instruction. So it's going to be much easier if you have these tools on hand. You can buy them here. And they also have, it's $14.99. If you get online, it's a lot cheaper. And a lot of times you can look on eBay. I got a set of 5 for 15 or 20 bucks. So maybe you could go in with a couple of your classmates so y'all could save some money. But do an internet search. It's a lot cheaper than $14.99. And then also Merge has Merge goggles. That's these right here. I have some Google Cardboard goggles. They're not nearly as cool, and they don't work that well with Merge. So these are virtual reality goggles. It's $30 here, but you can find them a lot cheaper online. I highly suggest the Merge brand goggles, just because they're made to work with the cube, but you can purchase any kind of VR goggles that you would like. Those are 2 suggestions, but not requirements. So this is the mission and vision of your department. We prepare for professional educators to positively influence learning outcomes for individuals in diverse contexts. We will be recognized as a community of scholars and practitioners transforming educational experiences for a better world. That's definitely a mission and vision that we all operate with here in the College of Education. Number 6 goes through your course objectives and standard alignments. These are all in task right here. We will get into these in class. This is very important information, but if you don't know the lingo, it's hard to understand. So just keep in mind, these are our objectives. So this is what I'm going to be teaching you. And these are the assignments that I'm going to be covering those things in. We do heavily rely on Moodle in my class. Differentiation, I will use technology some to differentiate, but I'll also talk about why you would use technology in your own classrooms to differentiate. In my class, you will become familiar with ISTE, I-S-T-E, Student Educator Standards. Those are technology standards that are very important for you in the classroom. So this is a breakdown of the requirements and the value of each requirement. So you will see here your Moodle Module 1 is Google for Educators with some reviews, a practice assignment, and the exam. That's 20% of your grade. Module 2 will cover instructional tech foundational concepts and applications. That's 36% of your grade. Module 3 will be hands-on with instructional tech. This is going to be a lot more of the project-based learning. That's 29. Your final will be literally creating a portfolio of everything you've turned in the class. So 12% of your grade is going to come from just presenting all the artifacts you've already created in class. Other stuff, 3%. So that would be, you'll see that there's a course contact requirement where you're going to give me your Gmail and sign up for a remind. There's also a few class participation points. If you come to the majority of classes and you participate, you will get all of those points. That's not any kind of guesswork. So attendance late policy, I'm not really concerned with you being late as long as it's not a regular occurrence. But like I said, actual late work, I don't take past 5 days. After throughout the quarter, I'm going to keep attendance. At the end of the quarter, your class participation is going to be built largely on how often you actually come to class. There is a policy about how many days you can miss without a grade deduction. Definitely look at that. I do abide by the university and the college policies, but like I said before, if you have an issue, let me know and we'll try to work through it. If you are a student with any special needs, please make sure you contact the Office of Disability Services, and they can help provide any accommodations you might need. Academic honor code. I expect all of my students to work ethically and collaborate ethically together. We will go over some of those ethical implications with technology, but that means no cheating. That means everything is your original work and your original words, unless I specifically say you can copy and paste from somewhere else. If I see that you put some sort of copy and paste from a different source and you did not cite it in a way, then I will definitely count that as academic dishonesty, and we'll have a talk about it. So we will go through this in class 2, but here's your course outline. Every single assignment is over here in the topics. And all of our ISTE and technology competencies are aligned right here. So this is before you even begin Module 1. This is Module 2, Google for Educators. Module 1, Google for Educators. 2, Instructional Tech Foundational Concepts and App. 3, Hands-on with Instructional Tech. So that is the bulk of the syllabus. Let me walk you around the Moodle real quick. So these, once you get in here, you'll, we were just on the front page, course overview, but this is where you'll actually start tomorrow. Course contact requirement, you go in here and you see, I tell you, create a professional Gmail address, submit it here. You'll see I use Google Forms throughout the whole class. So you literally just type in your professional Gmail address and hit submit, and I will collect them. You will also go to Remind and use this class code. Now, make sure you set up a teacher account, because you need to start thinking of yourself as a teacher. You're a pre-service teacher candidate. And then you will turn in for a grade. You will just say complete. That is my sign that you have done both task 1 and 2, and that I should go in there and grade it. Both of these tasks and submission of the word complete are due here by 9/11 at 11:55 a.m. 11:55 a.m. is going to be my due date, my due time for almost every assignment. That way, if you need time the morning of, you can work on it before class. And then technology use in education survey. That is going to be another Google form where I want you to tell me how you feel about technology usage so far. And that would be both in your classes in college, your classes in high school, and any technology proficiencies you have. And Module 1 is Google for Educators. So I haven't opened up 2 and 3 in the final yet, so I'm not going to show those to you, but they follow the same format. I tell you a little bit about what that module is, and then anything that says read more, these are my resource pages. So here's Google tutorials, here's all written tutorials, and then these are all video tutorials. So I have all your resources built in, and then you have resources for the actual level 1 training and exam. So here's where you go to begin your training. Here's a breakdown I made of the training and where you'll find the information within the training. Here's a skills checklist we're going to go down. And if you have a problem with the exam, you would fill out this form here and send it to Google. So we will be going over the exam some in class, and we'll definitely do an overview Tuesday. But I want y'all to go ahead and see what's coming up. The next few weeks are going to be Google for Educator. We're going to have some in-class work, but a lot of it will be on your own. So I highly suggest you go ahead and start looking through the Google for Educator Level 1 exam resources and planning how you're going to study for it and when you're going to allot that time. So the last thing I want to cover is Google Calendar. I'm going to add y'all to the calendar for the course. At the beginning, for every day in class, I will have on here what we're doing that day in class, and it will say online if it's online, or class if we're meeting in class. That way you know ahead of time when not to come to school, when not to come to my physical class. So you'll be able to click on it and say, in that day, we're going to go over Google for Educator Level 1. I will also have all your due dates on here. So if you click on the assignment, here's your assignment and here's your due by time on that date. Every single assignment will be listed by itself. So pay attention right here, the 11th, which is before class next Tuesday. You need to go into Moodle in the Start Here section and do both of these things. The course contact requirement, sign up for Remind, give me your professional Gmail address, and take the survey. So we're going to revisit that survey down the road towards the end of the quarter. But you will be able to see the whole quarter starting Tuesday. I'll have it available. You will see what we'll do in every single class meeting, and you will see when every single assignment's due. I am not big on surprises. So I will always try to be upfront with you about any due dates you have, any requirements for the assignment. My rubrics are very detailed, but if there's any question, always feel free to ask me. So I will see y'all all Tuesday. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and please make sure you sign up for Gmail, you sign up for Remind, and you complete your survey. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, and have a great